Okay, I don't know if anybody's here yet. Oh, okay. Well, give me a sec, y'all, while I get this done. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sniper. Hi, Sniper. I think that's what it is. I'm trying to get things coordinated, so give me just a second. I'm going to go here. I have to do this weird thing to get my vertical. To cooperate. How is my sound? Oh, there's nothing on there. I'm so sorry. I'm going to work on this first. Do all messages. Okay. So this should be good. Nobody seems to be in the vertical, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay. And hi, Racine. Nice to see you. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Hi, Lexi. Um, it is. I'm having tech challenges as per my normal, so sorry about that. It's not letting me chat on the screen, but I can see both. I can see you, Lexi, in the vertical now. Yeah. Oh, I am very quiet. Okay, is it any better now? I was kind of facing away from the computer. Is the sound better now? Because I can also turn this up. Turn this up. Hey, Maddie, how are you? Sniper, there's a sprint transport. Yes. Hi, Izzy. How are you? You missed my nails earlier. Did the nails earlier. But I'm going to actually be crocheting with this stuff. Well, not crocheting, actually. Hi, baby. Or is that how you say it? Bebe? Hi, Renee. Um, I've done most of it, but I'm not done with it. So what this is a kitchen scrubby. So you can use this on your things that my brain won't think of right now. Oh, on like your Teflon or your non-stick surfaces. You can, yeah. So it makes it so you can scrub really well, but you don't have to worry about damaging the surface. It works great on stoneware. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing. But this is, I tried to use my knitting loom, sorry, my knitting machine, and it was not cooperating. So I went to this other type, but this just isn't as scrubby. So I was like, I'm going to have to go back to the hand knitting loom. So I have been doing that, and I don't know how many of you have ever even seen somebody do knitting loom. Maddie, I'm in a mood. Oh, I'm sorry. And I am still working on the bluey hat for my granddaughter. I don't even have that done. It's definitely too small for somebody that's bigger than a 4-year-old. So, but it'll give me some idea what size I need to make it. And I still need to show it to you before I am willing. Oh, am I? Yeah. So you take this thing called a knit picker, or that's what I call it, or I've heard it called, and you kind of lay the yarn, we're going to call it, over the top, and then this is a knit stitch when you just pick it up and pull it over. And I try to make sure it stays kind of loose. Yeah, I tried on the Centro. This kept catching. I think if I had an Addy, it would have gone better. You were in a town today. How nice. And I did say hi to you, right, Renee? So I'm trying to catch everybody. But yeah, this is a knitting loom. This is not my pattern, so I'm not going to go into specifics. But I can show you basics on using a knitting loom. You do a cast on just like you do on the knitting machine. But this material did not work on the knitting machine. It just, all these little loops, if you can see that, let me get real close, were catching on the pins, so it just didn't work. So I'm going to the old way I did this. The reason I'm not crocheting is I'm running out of this stuff, and my family, I need to make 6 of these. I even tried holding this together with this yarn, and it just did not work on the knitting machine. I just gave up. So worked fine with that other stuff. It's just not as scrubby. So anyway, and I don't know how much Stitch Soak Scrub, that's what this stuff is called, costs. I have plenty of tulle. I did find it. So I can do the old way. Cut strips of tulle and do that. And again, I prefer the knitting loom because you use a lot less material. It takes a little bit longer than if I just crocheted it, because again, you have to do 1 stitch at a time like this. Again, this is a knit stitch on the knitting loom that I'm doing. Hopefully this is all clear. Anyone ever tried Premier Bloom on a Centro? I have heard most of the Premier yarns in general do really well on the Centro. Lexi, to answer that, try not to vent. Yeah, I get it. Oh, siblings. My sister and I had some struggles when we were teenagers, but we are very good friends now. Probably about our mid-30s is where, I mean, we the problem with us was my sister, because my mom worked and everything, my sister was kind of put in charge, and well, y'all have heard the stories about me. I wasn't exactly an angel when I was a kid. I wasn't that poorly behaved, but still, I was not well behaved for my sister in any way, shape, or form. So, anyway, okay. Push those down. I'm going to count my rows here. I'll get around to the anchor pegs. Now, this one has an anchor peg. Not all of them have anchor pegs. Hi, Arity, how are you? I'm using Stitch Soak Scrub, and I'm using my knitting loom, my hand knitting loom, not the machine, because the machine, I must have tried 6 times, y'all, to try to get this stuff to cooperate. And like I said, I even held it with other yarn to try to get it. And when you're on a knitting loom, this is the knit stitch where you're just picking it up and pulling it over. I don't know if any of you have, I'm pretty confident I've never shown myself doing this on any live or otherwise. I think I'm going to need to crochet like 2 or 3 of those little hexie-cardies today too. How many of you have made something for the Make It Red? She turned 21 today. Oh, so an older sister. Oh, hi, Megan. Been a while. Knitting takes a lot less yarn, and knitting looms is pretty comparable. Oh, I missed a stitch there somewhere. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull that over, and we're just going to work it from there. I think I missed that. Okay. We're just going to work that. Yeah, like it's literally what I've heard as knitting can take as much as 1/3 of the yarn that crocheting takes. So, yeah. So when you're thinking about, this is kind of an expensive yarn, for lack of a better word. So I much prefer to have knit options, but I don't know how to knit yet. So, especially not something like this that I'm making in a circle. And I knew how to do the knitting loom. Okay, I am at the last stitch because this one has an anchor peg. Let me see who else I missed. I said hi to Izzy, right? I said hi to Arity. I said hi to Renee. Oh, Linda. I didn't see Linda. Hi, Linda. I knew I missed somebody. Linda, email me when you get what I sent you, because I need to chat with you real quick about something that I don't think is going to be an issue, but I'm just want to double check. Okay, so email me when you get it. All right, so I'm going to count my rows. I'm trying to spread this out so I can see the rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I'm going to do one more. You can kind of do whatever works. 14 to 18 is what I like. I found continental knitting, yeah. Well, it's all in what hold feels right to you is what I've heard about the difference between continental and the other. There's also something called Russian, is a way you can hold and knit. Just Vintage Crochet showed how to, I'm going to go ahead and do one more row. Again, we're going to get around to this peg. How you can actually knit with crochet hooks, and I might try it that way so I get the feel of it. I just know even on the knitting machine, when I drop a stitch, it makes me cry a little bit. Although Mindy, CNY woman, who I'm sure is already asleep, given the time it is, she showed today, she did a short, maybe it was yesterday, on how to fix a drop stitch, and when you're doing regular knitting, in some ways it's not as rough as on the Centro. It's similar, but it's not the same. Excuse me, not the same. Let's see, I'm trying to knitting, and you're trying continental. That's a good plan. Megan would be a good. Oh, Magic Frog, yay! Yeah, I just started, so I'm doing a kitchen scrubby with this stuff is called Stitch Soak Scrub on my knitting loom because my knitting machine did not like it, and all the little holes on the yarn kept catching on the oh, thank you for doing that, Arity, hitting both. Yeah. And thank you, Linda, for acknowledging. Sorry, I need to keep looking back and forth. I apologize for that. Make sure I hit everybody. I do a combination of continental and Russian. Yeah. Eastern. Okay. Oh, interesting. I did not know there was Eastern and Western. Anyway, so Magic Frog. So what I'm doing at the moment, remember I said I had to finish a couple small things. It's these two things. I need to make a total of 7 of these kitchen scrubbies for my family because my family is obsessed with them. And once you start making something for your family that is kind of something that lasts about a year, you have to keep making them. If I was knitting socks, for example, I don't think I would do that for them every year. I don't have the gift of sock making like another yarn Shannon does. Well, again, I don't knit, and crochet socks are not comfortable. I don't know if any of you have ever tried. Now, I did some socks on this knitting loom, but because of its size, oh, I missed that stitch there. Okay. Because of its size, and how the size of the pegs is called its gauge, I guess, and like how far apart they are. I was holding 2 yarns together, so it's still, my aunt still felt like she needed to wear socks to not feel all the stitches. Right, that's the beauty of the tiny yarn and knitting socks, that you're not going to actually feel those stitches, and they're very durable because of that too. Finishing Christmas presents took priority over learning that yet. Yeah, for real. Lisa doesn't socks. See, exactly. We were in the same thinking there, Megan. You said it before. You probably typed that before I ever said anything. Yes, I will take the kitchen scrubbies over socks. Some kind of very thuddy sound just happened. Oh, you know what that thud sound was, if you heard that? That was Flynn jumping off the windowsill. He is a big boy. All right. Oh yes. Oh, hi Kelly Lang. You're from Ontario. How nice. Um, one of my oldest daughter's best friends lives outside of Toronto, kind of in the more rural area outside of Toronto, so obviously not in Toronto. But that's one of her best friends. So she's been there. That's where Ontario is the province that Toronto is in, right? Am I remembering that right? I do not. I almost moved to Canada at one point. Um, Gosh, how long ago was that? Mid 90s? Late 90s. Late 90s. That's when it was. Um, because again, my ex husband was a youth pastor and he was looking at moving to a church that was up in Vancouver. So I was looking at what it would take to teach in Canada. Yes, correct. Okay. Okay. Um, oh, and Chuck's here. Hi, Chuck. Sorry, I'm doing the back and forth thing. Ah, let me angle this other computer so I can see the chat, the horizontal chat better. Okay. Okay. So, anyway, so I looked at my licensure because I was a high school math teacher for 20 plus years. Not at that point, I wasn't. It was only a few years. I think I'd been teaching. I can't remember now. But anyway, I looked at what it would take to become a teacher up there in Canada, and I would have to take some Canadian history at the college level. And that's when I was like, I know. I was just pulling the cast on, kind of cinching it down a little bit. I know zero Canadian history. And so I've tried to learn a little, but then that ended up not happening, which is fine. Okay, so for my cast off on this, I wrapped it around twice. That's probably a little excessive. You know, I am pretty conservative with my yarn. It's just, I don't like, I don't like waste, but I also don't like not being able to sew with this. So on the knitting loom, we need to sew. So I talk about 17 things at once if you're not used to how I do things. I apologize if that's a lot. Took the train to Toronto once from Detroit. Oh, yeah, I bet. See, I want to see Niagara Falls from that side. I hear it's prettier on that side, on the Canadian side. That's what I've heard. I don't know. What do you think? Is that true? My husband, because he was far more of a traveler. Okay, Magic Frog. Oh, and Magic Frog. Oh, I missed something. Gosh darn. I definitely missed something from Magic Frog. I will. Magic Frog. Magic Frog. You made it. Lexi said that I'm trying to do. Okay, so Magic Frog, you're on the no knitting for now crew. Yeah, that's on that. Yes, yes. Yeah, I have one that has different size pegs as well and is adjustable and isn't just the one size. We try to get everything. Lexi has Lexi, no, I am in a rush. In no rush, yeah. Child's poncho, half the ribbing, cocoon cardi. 2 hats left to do before I can. Yes, you're making something for Magic Frog. Okay. Hi, Camille. Now I'm looking over at the horizontal. A few things, but they all cost 100 times more. Oh, interesting. You're Americans living. I had to go home. Oh, interesting. So you had to actually study it to be able to homeschool her, or you learned along with her, either way, the Canadian history so she could go to high school there. Interesting. So did she have to take like an entrance exam? That's fascinating, Kelly. Some things are better, and a lot of things just cost a lot more. Hi, Sam. How are you? Oh, you've never tried to do this on the loom. That's interesting to me, Sam. It's if I feel like you've tried all the yarny crafts. Do you have one of these? And let me come back here. Nice to meet you, Megan. Oh, yes. Magic Frog and Megan don't know each other. Yes, that's true. Your paths have probably not overlapped. Magic Frog, no, not Magic Frog is not Chuck. Magic Frog is Mirabella, but I call her Magic Frog all the time, or Magic, or Frog, or whatever, or emojis, whatever I feel like, because she's good with it. I've verified. But I'll do the knitting machine too. Sorry, I was on the phone. No worries. Okay. Oh, how sweet. Your granddaughter just called to say hi. See, I love that when my granddaughter, my 4.5-year-old granddaughter, sometimes will. She misses me, so she'll have her mom video call me. She knows Sunday nights I'm not available though. Well, my daughter does. My granddaughter doesn't understand that, but collect dust. Okay. That's a great idea, Sam. If you're not going to use these, doing it for donation. Somebody give it to somebody that's going to do donation hats. Do it. Yes, Megan. She's pretty new. Magic Frog, you want to check her out. Magic Frog, go ahead and type hooks 247, so it's easy for Megan to find you, which is Going Green Mom over in the vertical. This one is 18. So yeah, I love that, Renee. You've got a granddaughter that's 18 and still makes time for you, and yeah, you're valuable to them. Oh, and so you've never used one of these, Chuck. So this is a great way. If you have tulle, you can cut it up into pieces. You don't need to buy this expensive stuff. Okay, I cut this off. Now I'm going to show you. Now on the loom, you can do this with a picker. On the machine, I'm going to have to use a needle. I don't have the nuance yet to use the knit picker. Again, I don't know if that's what it's really called. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to pick up that yarn. And then I'm going to go underneath the next one and go from the bottom up like I did on the last one. And we're going to do that all the way around. The real key, again, tutorials on YouTube. And then, okay, hold on, I'm missing stuff. And so you've never used one of these either, Renee. See, again, that surprises me. And Camille came over in the vertical. Yeah, so there's definitely about equal chat in both, so I'm really having to pay attention. Back and forth, back and forth. Yes. The bigger knitting machine, the 48-pin Centro knitting machine, is great for making donation hats. And what I found is I need to do the brim and not doubled, because the problem with the doubled is that it can get a little tight. And it's small enough for my head, and that's not going to be standard size head. All right. Or just use... Oh, Magic Frog has 2 patterns. Now, I might get to one tonight. I would love to start working on her bobette. It's so cute. And you all asked for the... Moana is kicking my rear end. Everything was great until I got to the hair. Oh my gosh, it's killing me here. Okay, I'm trying to get underneath that and I'm having a problem. Let me push these up. Let's do that. Okay. So how many of you have actually used one of these before? Seems like most haven't. Oh, he's live, that's fine. All right. And so I've got to get all the way around, but notice I'm going underneath and pulling up on all of them. Just, you have to be consistent with your cast off. I could have pulled them down too, but I like going underneath and pulling up. This is similar to how you have to do a purl on here. Purls are a pain in the rear end on the knitting loom. I'll just tell you that. That's my opinion. They're doable, but did not enjoy. All right. Don't use it much. Yes. And you just knit normal. Yeah. It's, oh, Physiology. Lovely to see you. Physiology is in India and is very into food. Very nice to see you. I am using something called a knitting loom today. Not a knitting machine, that's this. So I'm doing it by hand. Have you used it at all, Megan? You say you have a set, but you don't use it much. Have you used it at all for anything? I had this grandiose idea because, again, I have a whole adjustable set of doing a cable panels and a cable sweater on there. We'll see if that ever happens. I will probably just crochet it, but again, it takes so much more yarn. That is why the knitting loom was, because you can pretty much translate any knitting pattern to the loom. By the way, I don't know if you knew that. There's even, again, there's a specific loom knitter that teaches you how to do that, how to convert the pattern. Okay, I'm to the end here. Again, this one has an anchor. Not all of them have an anchor. So that peg that sticks out. I go ahead and do the first peg again. Now you don't have to do this. I just feel like it's more secure. Once I've gone all the way around, I need to catch up on, yeah, if you don't know physiology, say hi to physiology. Well, either way, say hi to physiology if you know them too. Oh, hi, Debbie. Did I see you? And hi, Moonrose. Over in the horizontal. So yeah, it's pretty. So you did try. Oh yeah, Moonrose just in the horizontal showed how to drop your channel. Hooks 247 if you want to. All right. So now that I'm through there, I can just pick these up and pull them off. Okay. And I'm going to need a yarn needle here pretty soon. And I do it pretty loosely. If you do it too tightly, it is hard to get them off. Wow, lots of jokes right there. I'm just going to let all that go. All right. So it's moving along. I am definitely feeling better than I was last Sunday. I don't know how long we'll go, but like if I can start Magic Frogs Bobette, I would love it. Let me get that one out of the way. So here's what we've got now. Like I said, I cinched this a little bit to just have a little more length on that. I'm going to pull this down a little bit. We're going to cinch. So we're going to cinch that and kind of make sure it's folding in and not out. Not getting doubled up. Did I miss a stitch? No, yes. Somewhere I missed a stitch there of the cast, but that's fine. Because again, this is for the kitchen. This is not something somebody's going to be wearing. Okay, I pulled it really tight and then I loosened it up. Now I need to grab a needle. Let me see what we got over here. Lexi's one. I was watching it. Cables are easier in knitting. Is that what you're saying? Not only does it take less yarn, they're easier. I believe that to be true. Okay, I don't want Russ's needles. Oh, I need. So, oh, there it is. I have this little container full of darning needles. For this, and most things, honestly, especially amigurumi, but even for this, I prefer a little bit of a curved tip. Now this looks metal, but this is plastic. I wish I had my metal curved tip, but I think that's in a bag downstairs. So I'm going to put that there for the moment. I have reorganized my desk and I now have, look at this, I have all my hooks. Those are all my frills hooks and my new Clover and More hooks. All there together, and my metal hooks that I don't use very much. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side because I'm done with this for tonight. Okay, and I probably won't make you watch me actually finish this, So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and thread my needle, and then I pull. The reason I loosened it is I wanted to pull and see which way is that yarn cinching down. Okay, so it's cinching down this direction, so I'm going to go this direction and just pull it through. Is that zoomed in enough, y'all? Do you feel like you're seeing well enough on the horizontal and the vertical? Or do I need to zoom in? I can zoom in if I need to a little bit. Okay. Yes, literally just move stitches around, weird crochet hook origami. Give it to me. That's true. To do cables in crochet, you have to often do post stitching. You have to do, yeah, it's a whole thing. You can do them, but it tends to be a mega yarn eater if you do that too. So now there is a bag a day crochet pattern that my husband specifically picked that he wants me to make a crochet sweater for him, and I will do that. Let me see if anything there is important. Okay. None of that is urgent. I just got some text messages about. Oh, I need to say hi to Sanjana. I missed her live today. Okay. It's dropping channels of my Debbie Gray. Okay, that 24 peg. Yes, this is a 24 peg. Thank you for answering that. The 24 peg. I did make tube socks. You can of course make a heel on this. I understand that now, but when I made those, I was very, very beginner. So what you would do is do the cinch and then go around till you get to where you're going to do your heel, and then you're going to go back and forth, make your heel, and then go around. So there's plenty of tutorials, Debbie, and this is the 24 peg. That's what this one is. And again, this is the thicker. Oh, and I'm going to pull this up close. I definitely recommend making sure it has the groove. The anchor peg is helpful too. So when you cast on, you just kind of loop your little slip knot. You can see that I had a slip knot here. Not because I was using that as part of the stitching, but because then I could hook it on the anchor peg. Okay, sorry. Bonnie Bay. Oh, Bonnie Bay. Yes. Bonnie Bay has. Oh, about the sock. No, I did not see your question about what would you want a sock loom if I clear it with the kids to get rid of the looms? Yeah, maybe. Uh, email me here. I'll put it in. Um, I changed my email so it matches my channel, so that should be easier. But I'm putting it in the vertical so you can see that. Megan, yeah, email me. Let me think about that. I do currently actually have some sock yarn. I've given away most of my sock yarn. Okay, I have cinched that down pretty tight. That's basically not coming undone at all. Again, because it's for kitchen use, you want to make sure that's nice and tight. So then I'm going to go kind of through underneath and then through that center. What did I do? What did I do? What the heck did I do? What did I do? Okay. I just got them looped around. Okay. So now it looks like a little hat. Um, there we go. Let me give it to my snowman. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually probably too small. So now that's come through. The one with the needle has come through here. And I'm going to leave it hanging out here for a minute. And I'm going to take the needle off. Now I'm going to cinch down using the the one that has the slip knot on there. And I leave that so I keep myself clear. Bonnie Bay. Yes, Bonnie Bay's stuff is real good. Is to follow Deborah. I can't remember her name. Deborah for which thing, Debbie? Deborah seems like the right name for the new loom knitting stuff that I was talking about. The tutorials and like how to convert a pattern from knit to the loom. But yeah, so I definitely need, this one was not ideal for socks. Like I said, I had to use too thick of a yarn for this because of the gauge of the pegs and all that. But if it's 4 socks, I would be interested in that. But my family is not. When I say my family, it's like my aunts and uncles and everybody. That's who gets these. That's their Christmas gift. And they're very pleased with it. Okay, that's from the other. Okay, where is this pulling? Which direction is this pulling? Oh, I missed a bunch of stitches there. Somehow. Okay. So when I'm cinching, it's that direction. Okay. Notice I am making sure. Yeah, and it's 100% acceptable if they say no. Because I have every other size. And I have that other one with, I just do not have a sock specific one. So I wasn't really thinking I would do socks. Okay. Hopefully your ads are just going over the chat, by the way. All right, so speaking of cute, I will show you my progress on Moana and everything was going great until I hit the hair. And I'm going to call it the wig cap. So again, I want to make sure I'm putting this through in the same direction as it was cinching down. Okay. Now notice this is kind of not flat and not stretched out. So what I like to do, I think this was in the tutorial as well. I'll go find that tutorial and link it. All right. Is that cinched down enough, man? I'm going to do just a little bit more. I'm going to take this that's already threaded, and I'm going to go kind of stretch this out. This is a nice size. It's about palm size. That's where I would stretch it out to. We want to make sure that it's kind of, the centers are aligned. And then once the centers are aligned, I'm going to go ahead and tie these together. Oh, and what I was saying about Magic Frog, I'm hoping to show you starting Bobette. Okay, and the reason I do that little quick knot there, even though it's on the outside, again, this is for the kitchen, so it's no big deal. Yeah, it's nice, right? These are very sturdy. Some people, they last 2 or 3 years, and some of my family members are a little harder on their stuff, and it only lasts a year, so it depends. These can go in your washing machine. You can put them in the dishwasher, but you would want to make sure it's not on like a high heat dry setting or something. It is, what is Stitch Soak Scrub? You know what? I'm going to look that up before I finish this, showing you the next step. Let me go Google that real quick. What is Stitch Soak? Stitch Soak Scrub. I have challenges. This particular one is Lion Brand Stitch Soak Scrub. Okay, so this is much more affordable than flippin' scrubby yarn. So it's 92 yards and it's 100% nylon. That's why it's fine. It's not polyester. It's not acrylic. So it's nylon. That's why you can put it in the dishwasher. Okay, that's what I wanted to verify. Okay, back to, so I can see the horizontal chat, so I'm not missing anything. But yes, much more affordable. Hi, Sanjana. I was just saying, because I saw a comment come through, I was just saying that I saw that you were live and I kept missing you because I was trying to follow this tutorial for Moana, which I will show here. I've been using let me address. Now, Sanjana does beautiful knitting. Renee, you would probably like her. She's over in the horizontal. Which thing do you like, the Stitch Soak Scrub or this? Magic Frog. So Renee, if you want to pop over there. Sanjana, if you want to drop your link, just type hooks 247, HOOKS247, no space between it, and it will drop your channel for you. Because I would like Renee pop over to the horizontal real quick and grab her link if she drops it. Because you'll enjoy her knitting, and she's usually on kind of midday. So I think she's on at good times for you, especially. She's in India, I believe. Yes, there she's. I'm hoping, but you can at least over in the horizontal, you can see her. So you can see that is the name of her channel, Sanjana Pretty Knit. So I don't see that she dropped her channel. That's okay. That's okay. But anyway, I like Sanjana. She's very sweet, and she does a really good job, because you'll see there's lots of comments in, I assume, Hindi, but that's an assumption. I don't know that for a fact. Definitely a different language, and then she's speaking to them, and then when I come on and make a comment, she speaks to me in English. Her English is very good. You found her. Yep, perfect. That's what I wanted. So, Magic Frog, is it these that you like? You like these kitchen scrubbies? They're awesome. So, again, the problem with its structure right now is if you don't do this next step, these kind of like get all messy and bulky. And even though I've tied those centers together, what we're going to do is, I gotta move that out of the way. I'm still threaded on there. I'm going to go down into this, and I'm going to kind of spread this out. So I'm going to go down and then up. Yes, the scrubbies. Yeah, no, these things are freaking awesome. I do also have a crochet pattern for them. If you do not have a knitting loom, I have a crochet pattern, because Hook That Yarn Sammy requested one. I'm a disaster over here. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm just kind of going up and down through here, but I don't want to cinch it. I kind of want the stitches to almost spread out. So that's why I'm kind of pulling as I go through, and I need to get to the edge here, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. All of this helps it keep its shape a little bit. Okay, so I'm at the edge here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stretch that. I'm stretching it out, and then I went through here, so I'm going to basically make a little knot right here, because I'm a knotty kind of person, you know. Let's make those knots. All right, so what we're going to do to keep the shape is to kind of just go up and down and then make knots as we go. This is how I do it. I do believe the tutorial is slightly different. And then I just keep making little knots out here on the edge. And I kind of stretch and pull to make sure I'm keeping it all stretched out. Hi, Kitty. How are you? So I have been using a knitting loom and Stitch Soak Scrub. And again, I go in through that loop, and I'm kind of making a little knot there. But notice I'm kind of stretching it as I go. I'm not going to make you watch all the rest of this, but you want to get around to the end. So sometimes I just pull it through and then I stretch it, and then I do a knot just in that little spot. Okay. So yes, Kitty Lane. Do you know, Kitty Lane, you're welcome to drop your channel too. Do you know how? Do you remember how? You're welcome to. My notifications keep popping up over everything. Hi, Lisa B. How are you doing? I see you in different lives periodically. So what I'll end up doing is I'll go slowly around the whole edge, making these little knots. You can tell where I've already been to kind of keep that stretched out. And then this one I'll use to kind of flatten it. So I'll go around through there. Here, I'll take this off and kind of show you what I mean. All right. So it's a lot of knots, but again, it's you want it to be kind of durable because that way it's no big deal to go in the washing machine or in your dishwasher. So I went down through, and now I'm going to come right back up pretty close to where I was. Just need to make sure to not catch that other yarn. And then I'm going to go right here. I just wanted to be a little bit away from the center, kind of come and make sure I get the bottom and the top. And then I make a little knot. And again, a lot of this is kind of unnecessary. And my crocheted version, you don't have to worry about any of this that I'm doing right here. Okay, so I do have a crocheted version using this yarn, but again, you can use strips of tulle, Tulle tulle, and get the same thing. There are some rougher ones that are better than, you don't want the like super soft tulle that you would be using underneath a dress. You want some. Yeah, what is your weather? Yeah, you're still colder than us. I can't type in the horizontal, sorry. Yes. Kitty sending us all hugs. There, like I said, that there are some auto drops. Okay. So that's my kitchen scrubby. I'm not obviously done with it yet, but it's all just details, and I'm not going to make you watch that because that's boring. In my opinion, it's boring. Let me show you what I got on Moana and what my problem is with Moana. Well, first of all, let me tell you, the pattern I'm using is in Spanish, but it is auto-dubbed to English. Okay, and I didn't pay attention, and so I put her legs on backwards, so this stitch is showing. So you make the arms with a thumb, and then you make legs, and look at this. Like, there's calf definition and kind of knee definition. Like, I did not know I was choosing such a detailed doll, but anyways, I was not paying attention when I attached the legs. They should have been facing the other direction. It's fine. It's fine. It'll get covered with her outfit. And then you make the arms, and when you get up here, you attach the arms as you go. I think that's how you do a bottom-up knitted sweater as well, right? Maybe? I don't know, actually. But yeah, so I attach the arms. I don't know what that thing means. I'm so sorry. I know it means something. Is the volume good now? As long as I'm patient. Right? Isn't that amazing? Now I kind of made her backside a little bit large, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, it's the detail on this pattern is amazing. But like I was saying, it's all in Spanish. However, it's auto-dubbed in English. But up at the top, you know how pattern designers or whatever, they'll type the instructions at the top. I get to see all of the abbreviations for the Spanish stitches. So I've learned things, and I learned the translation for what we call single crochet is called simple stitch. Obviously not Tunisian simple stitch, but oh, the floating hearts. Thank you, Read Proofs, probably Read Proofs, for the floating heart. I appreciate that. That's very, oh, thank you. The Happy Poop's my favorite, Megan. Thank you. It's so funny. It makes me laugh. Does she count for summer down under? I looked, and I do not believe Hawaii is down under. But I already have, once I finish, so on that, let's look at Bluey. So here's, oh, wait, I've got her head too. Hold on. I was telling you, my problem has been the hair. I had to redo this cap 4 times. Well, fully redo only twice. And her hair is parted to the side, and it's a different design because you kind of make it, it's a hole like that, and then you put her head on like that. But I'm supposed to do all the things before I actually attach the head, so that's kind of interesting. But this hair, so I don't know if it's my tension or what. I even went down to a 3mm hook like she said to do. I've got some more hair to do on this side. She said the hair is parted to the side. So we did top stitching there, and then we're doing, I have how many more to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have 4 more pieces of hair to do. These are just chaining out and then single crocheting back. And I'm trying to, up toward the face, I'm really trying to single crochet as tight as I possibly can to get as much curl as I can. Back here I wasn't being as careful with that. Anyway, she's gonna be freaking adorable. And I love my gummy bear stitch markers. They're too cute. Um, that's what that is. It's a gummy bear. But like I said, I had to redo this cap several times, and then I had to pull. Or are they separate pieces? Are you working right into the cap? Yes. The hair is being worked right into the cap. So what I had to do is right here, she shows like basically surface slip stitching up here, a certain number of stitches, and then you're doing the side loop of that stitch, and then I think I'm going to be doing the side loop of this stitch, but I think it's going to be more chains because again she said it's a side part, and that's why I kept that stitch marker there, so I know exactly where I want that part to be when I get there. So I'm just not that far because these take a while, and again her cap has 60 stitches around, so I had done that, but I was like, this is way, way, way too big. I always pull the, sorry, the little heart thing is over the top of it. Okay, hold on. Pull the neck pull through with, oh, thank you. With upholstery thread right at the tip of the head. Oh, I will do that. Thank you. Thank you, Magic Frog. I will do that. So you're saying you're gonna put some upholstery thread. I've got all the different like the crochet thread here. I'll grab this. What I call dental floss. I could definitely use that. And you're saying pull it through here, and then like basically stitch it. Well, not with her eyes on the side, but stitch it like up through here so that it's not gonna move. That's cool. I will do that. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation. No, I can't get that thread back up there. There we go. That's part of my yarn management. Anchor the neck. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. I love that. I love that. I will do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Yes, so the head doesn't flop. Yeah. Um, right. It doesn't have that flop. And I also, okay, I'm a weirdo. Now she shows actually like making wire that goes down through all of it. I did not do that, but I broke off. Do I still have it here? Yeah. Okay, so Flynn decided he was gonna pull this dried rose right off of its stem, but I had some roses that from my birthday that I had dried, and if you know, these are very, very stiff. So I took a couple of those rose things and to give it a firmer neck. Yeah, I did not do that, Magic Frog. No way was I going to do the wire. If I would have done the wire at all, it would have been these things right here. Let me show you. These silicone coated wires. I could have put that in like there. It just, or through the arms. Mine are too big. You can get different sizes, but I mean, I could have done that. I just didn't think it mattered enough. And she actually has it up in this neck area too, so you can like bend the neck and whatever. No, he doesn't care. He's 2. He's fine. He doesn't need that. This is for my grandson in LA. Yeah, I didn't do any of the wire stuff. Okay, so from what I could tell, Hawaii is not actually in the southern hemisphere. That's what I was saying about that. Tahiti is, Fiji, the Philippines. What else? Oh, where did I put that? The thing I was referencing the other day. I'm gonna probably have to make that part of my Wednesday video, even though it's not a whip. Where did I put it? Anyway, well, I had a map and I was looking for Hawaii, and I did not appear to be in the southern hemisphere. Yeah, exactly. The wires would take away from that, and that's why I figured, like, even if these they are very, very stiff. The chunks of rose stem that I took out is really just up in the neck. It's really just to give that a little more stability, and he can still, it's very huggable still, as you can see. So I'm hoping that that wasn't a mistake on my part, but I've never done one this way, where the head is separate. That's very different. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Does she count for summer down under? That's what I was answering. Okay, so Bluey Hat. Let's show you the update on Bluey Hat. Parts, parts, and more parts. It might as well be amigurumi. I said this in the Camille chat. Let's show you what we got. We got the snout. Oh, I have to kind of push it like that. And I got eyeballs. It's very cute. It's going to be very cute when I finish. But this will count because Bluey is an Australian show. And she said to put the pupils down toward the bottom. I'm just showing you. Are you enjoying all this sewing I'm going to have to do? I'm sure not. There you go. I think that's the right way. All right. All right. We're almost there. Look at all these parts. This is crazy, right? All right. I'm almost done. Oh, yeah. It's really cold in Michigan. Are you in the negatives already? Are you getting negative weather? I think we've gotten down to the 20s in Fahrenheit, which is negative Celsius, but and I've started the one ear, but yeah, there we go. That's where Bluey's at right now. Here, let me do this just for a sec. I'm gonna shrink it down for a sec so you can see a little more. Still not small enough. Just for a minute, because you in the horizontal can see the whole thing. But yeah, that's most of it. But these are the little eyebrows. I'll have to make sure everything's in a good position before I actually attach anything. And then the ears. Ugh. Trying to learn to embroider. Good eyes, yeah. Yeah, safety eyes are not the best. I'd rather do embroidered eyes or crocheted eyes, which that's what this is because it's a hat. You wouldn't want the safety eyes stabbing somebody in the head. So this is definitely my granddaughter's size. Yes, this is Bluey. This is for my 4.5. Well, she's actually almost, sorry, she's 3.5. I keep calling her 4.5. She will be 4 soon, in a few months, in a couple more months. Let's see. I won't let me type in the horizontal, so I'm typing in the vertical really quick. Let's see what the weather is here. Oh, the wind chills are the worst. Oh, it's dropped quite a bit. Earlier when I put my weather in, it was 55 Fahrenheit. Now it's down to 39 Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's coming out. But Maddie loves ducks wants one. I think that's actually the top. Um, but I'm gonna have to figure that out because this is not big enough for even my head, and I have a very small head. So this is definitely for a 4-year-old, probably 4 to 8-year-old. Well, if you, as long as they don't have large heads. My grandson is probably 4 to 5 years old. He's a big guy, a big kid. Anyway, that's Bluey. So that will count for Summer Down Under. I just have to finish it with the ears. And then I have the thing I haven't shown yet. I have the red sweater that I cannot find anywhere. The little mini ornament sweater that I did for Make It Red. And then I did the little green center of one of Sam by Hook or by Needles patterns. And the reason I mention that is because if they're a pattern maker in the Southern Hemisphere, they count too. So, and I think because I looked at Secret Yarnery, I think she's not in the Southern Hemisphere. Sorry, putting stuff back. Oh, and I'm sure you all want to see this too. I'm sure you all want to see this, where I'm at. Because I need to get Moana mailed off. This has taken a back seat. This is the back panel of the book piece. I know the... Am I backwards? Yes, I am. Okay, that's the front. This bookcase cardigan, this is the back panel for my younger daughter. All the bobbins, let me flip them over. So you can kind of see what's happening here. Started making the little succulent. But yeah, you can see it. I went ahead and put the black with the white above it so you could see it a little better than like how you can barely see that black color there against this brown background. And that's the shelf. So that's where I'm at. I think I have, this bobbin's been removed because I'm done with that color. So that was literally a scrap. This could very well, hi Kaylin. This could very well be a scrap buster. Like if you wanted to just use all kinds of different colors. And when I took a picture of it, oh, maybe it is pulled in a little bit. I'm going to have to be conscious of that. I made that stitch a little wide or something. But it is mostly straight there. I mean, if you wanted to stash bust or use like these minis, let me just grab one of these bags out of the countdown bag. That's still one of my favorites that I've gotten. But you could just use minis and like do different books in the different minis. That would be interesting. Put that back where it was. Anyway, so you could definitely scrap bust. Like I said, this is scraps from when I was making the marmalade kitties. Oh, it's cold. If you want Sanjana, type weather, WEATHER, and then a city or a big city that's near you, or as a postal code, and it will pull up the weather where you're at. Because you guys are also not in the Southern Hemisphere, correct? I do not believe India is in the Southern Hemisphere. I believe I looked at it. And then, of course, there's this. See, these are all the things I've been working on. But this got pushed to the side because this is not a Christmas present. This is that baby blanket. This is one pattern in here. This is a different pattern for this section. This was my own made-up nonsense. And then this is Tessellated Trees by Fiber Spider, but I'm doing it not as filet, but I put a popcorn everywhere there would be a chain one, skip one. So each side will have 2 trees, but I still got several rows to go on this. But it's getting shoved to the side till I've got all the Christmas stuff done. It's gorgeous though. And I love this menagerie yarn. I can't even tell you how much I love the menagerie yarn. Oh, it's fantastic. Ugh. All right. So Dots everywhere. This has been my time consumer because, again, I got to the hair. It was not the hair itself so much as I had to readjust this cap. Oh, I was saying she got to 60 stitches on her cap, and then I had to pull it all the way back to 42 stitches. And again, I even hook size down, and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know if it's this yarn is thicker. Oh, and I ran out of this yarn, so I'm using this yarn. I think that's fine. That the cap is a little bit lighter. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But this pattern is impressive because, like I said, like the definition of creating a calf and a knee is amazing. And then this style where it's so that the head doesn't flop around is awesome. So that's been consuming all my time. But I have these little things like these kitchen scrubbies to do. Where's my Moana bag? Okay. So right now next to me, and there's a whole other whip I can't show you because I'm pattern testing for Crafty Witch 232. So right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 whips sitting here. Technically this is a whip and this is a whip. So this is 7. 7 whips sitting right here next to me. Actually, for the most part, other than the baby blanket at the moment, actively working on. So, and I have a duck. I need to do Vima's duck. My granddaughter keeps repeating that she wants a duck. So I'm doing Vima's duck pattern. Okay. Yeah, I can't figure out. Hold on, let me try this again. I'll be right back. If horizontal, if you say anything, I'll be right back. Don't you worry. Streamlabs. I just need to get logged in, I think is the problem. And then I think it'll let me chat in the other place. So Streamlabs is interesting. That's how I'm doing the 2. Oh. Okay, what did I miss? Is this a video replay? No, this is live. I'm live. I'm live, Kaylin. It's just that I'm doing, I'm running it simultaneously vertically and horizontally. So that might be why you're confused. And I was looking at something, but no, I'm trying to address, but I do miss stuff in the chat. I hope they call off school. Oh, Magic Frog, I'm sorry about that. Magic Frog, are you, what's the weather like there? What's the issue? Is it supposed to snow, or is it just so cold and icy, or? Yes, Stellar Ride is Kaylin. Did I miss out? Oh, shoot. No, it's not till not till tomorrow, Kitty. Did we set a time? Kitty, email me. Or no, you know what, Kitty? Text me. Text me. You got my number. Text me. And tell me what time. I think I need to do it. Because we talked about the 8th. Hi, Kyle. How are you? Oh, list. I don't know what that one is. I don't have that command on mine. Sorry. Kitty, I am looking at my appointment tomorrow. Is tomorrow the 15th? Yes, tomorrow is the 15th. So that I could either do before, let's see, your East Coast time. Before 1 or noon, or 4 or 5 your time. So let me know. Our appointment is tomorrow. I've missed a couple appointments. I'm glad you said something because I was going to email you. Thank you, Linda. Yeah. Thank you, Linda. I didn't know what that was. Thank you for taking care of that. Let me go back into Streamlabs. How long did this scrubbing? With this yarn, this Stitch Soak Scrub. Let me make it big again. It stays scrubby always. Like the only thing is if one of these like breaks or whatever, you might get breakdown that way. But the scrubbing, like how scrubby it is, lasts a long time because of this stuff. Now with the tool, again, I got the kind of scratchy tool, not the nice tool that you use under skirts or dresses, but kind of the scratchier stuff. That didn't last as long. Okay, perfect, Kitty. I'm glad you were here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that person's deal was, but it's all good. Jimina Puddle Duck to go with her. Oh, that'd be cute. Jemima Puddle Duck. Peter Rabbit, yes. Okay. So yeah, so many oh, I know, the bobbins. Somebody counted. Hold on, I'll tell you how many bobbins. Sorry, Camille, I didn't see that question right away. 3. Okay, I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 bobbins. And I have a random clamp there. Oh, I think that was my stitch marker, my stitch holder. Put that back on there. Okay, so 17 bobbins. And so I have been, when it's got all the bobbins on it, which I'm almost done with that, actually. I'm very close. I think 3 or 4 more rows. I've been calling it the Hot Mess Express. But yes, this stuff, Debbie, this stuff is amazing. Just scrubbing, like the actual, like being able to get your pots and pans cleaner. Oh, me too, Lexi. But believe me, as soon as Moana's done, it's going to be all that. I'm going to be focused on that cardigan. And Bluey can wait until later because Oh, hi, Sonia. How are you? I have done this. Why is it being like this? Sorry. Okay. So it's letting me chat there. So yes. Hi, Sonia. All right. So what I was showing, I was doing this scrubby on this loom using what's called a stitch soak scrub. This stuff is amazing. I was showing some of my whips. You'll see more of them on. Right. I'm hoping to finish Moana by tomorrow. That's who this is going to be. Her hair is going to take me longer probably than anything else on this whole thing, but the details, like she has thumbs, she has calves and knees. Pretty amazing. And all the parts are separate, like that head comes off. And the parts to the side, so that's why I'm keeping that stitch marker there to show me where, as I want to put it right above the eye. Did you send me a picture, Jemima? Purple Puddle Duck, is that what that is? Oh, I got it. Okay. All that, I will talk to them later. All right. And then if you didn't see, I did a nails live today. So you can see their snowflakes. I gotta be really close so you can see the snowflakes. They're snowflakes. So I did that earlier because if I let my nails be bare for too long, I just chew on them so bad, especially as stressed out as I am about how many things I need to get done. Again, you saw I didn't do all of it here. Typically, one of these takes me about a half hour off camera, like on my own. Which thing, Arity? Which thing is a cool color? This? Or what did I show? This is the problem with the delay. I don't know which thing's where. Hi, Ziggy Zags. That's funny. I'm going to read this for those of you in the horizontal because Ziggy Zags is funny. Crocheting is tiring. It makes me yarn. I think that's hilarious. That is my sort of humor. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Magic Frog to all the people in the chat. Yes. Yes, I know. Yes, it would be nice. Ziggy Zags has the good joke there. I like that. Crocheting is tiring. It makes me yarn. It's the color streak. Oh yes, these are beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it as so you can see some of that detail. Missy is about to join us. This is Missy Cat. She decided she's gonna come over. The last one of these I made, she took the crocheted one. She took off with it. She took off with it, and I haven't found it. So it's like, okay, Cat, you're not stealing this one. No, you cannot have it. It's not yours. And now she's eating my notions bag. Earlier, right before I got it put away, and you'll see it in my, I think it's in my Monday yarn management. I've mentioned that she loves the wool, and and she loved even more so the alpaca from Camille. Yeah, she absolutely wants it. That is exactly correct. You know what? I'm going to put this tape over it for the moment so she doesn't take off it. Now, Flynn, he would go for this and try to take off with this whole thing. She wants the already made one, which is way more annoying when she takes off with it and hides it. But anyway, she loves wool yarn. And I was paid for the support chicken from Mama G with yarn. I will look at that photo in a little bit. Check. It makes you feel. Okay, so Ziggy Zag still with the crochet jokes. I love it. Oh, Lana. Hi, Lana. Yes, thanks for popping in and saying hi. And you can continue watching on. This is my cat. I'm sorry, she's kind of in the way at the moment. She loves the wool yarn. So when I had the alpaca, she kept trying to take off the alpaca. So I had put it way up high where she couldn't get to it. Well, Mama G, the superwash merino wool, was in one of the organza bags, so I thought it was fine. Oh, I'll come back to Ziggy Zag's joke here in a moment. Yeah, she's my sweet kitty. She's my sweet kitty girl. All you can see is like the shadow of her tail there. There's her tail. She's the cat of many colors. But she was rubbing her. I was like filming. I'm like, what is that sound? And I see her rubbing her head all over that organza bag. And then she was trying to take off with the bag. Thankfully, it was too heavy. She did knock it down onto the chair. So she was trying to take off with that. So she cannot be trusted around wool or alpaca. He can't be trusted around this. She can't be trusted around the scrubbies themselves. So it's all, Okay, so Ziggy Zags, thank you. She is a sweet girl. Yes, thank you. I get that, Chuck. I do that same thing. So here's Ziggy Zag's comment. Crocheting, I'll read the first part and then the addition. Crocheting is tiring. It makes me yarn. It also makes me feel a little loopy. I love it. That's hilarious. Thank you for that, Ziggy Zags. Yeah, thank you. And she's such a sweet girl. Oh, we almost had feet pics. Feet pics. Just kidding. Just kidding. Kitty feets. That's funny, Ziggy Zag. I think my cat is closeted alcoholic because I'm always finding half in the bag. Oh, my cat, my other cat, my orange and white cat, he got fully in a Joanne bag the other day. I did a short on it because it was hilarious. He was in there, and he's a big kitty. So luckily it was big. Adisha! Hello! Ladybird! Shouldn't you be sleeping, or is it already up wakey uppy time? Oh my gosh, do you guys see? Oh, I gotta show you this. I know that Ladybird appreciate. Do you see all that fur on there? Oh, and she drools. That's a weird thing about her. When she's happy, she drools. Can you see that fur on there? I don't know that it's showing up very well. There is fur all over this now. I'm gonna shake it off. Oh, it did not come off very well. We'll stick it on the shiny side. No, that's worse. Maybe that comes off nicer. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, it's wiki time. Okay. Okay. Very nice to see you. Is my live later than usual? Is that why we're able? Oh, let me show what we were doing. I was using my knitting loom, and this is called Stitch Soak Scrub yarn, and I was making this kitchen scrubby. I did not complete the detailing. There's a bunch of kind of make loops and then knot it up, make a loop and knot it up to keep the shape and keep it spread out, and so that when over time it doesn't get all like this, because you don't want it to do that, because then you really can't like totally get it clean. It's a catastrophic hurricane. That is a perfect description, Ziggy Zags. Ziggy Zags with the jokes. Love it. I will. I don't know how to do that, so. Yes, the magic frog. I love the magic frog. It's it's a catastrophic hurricane. I love that description because that's funny and accurate. You have a list too? I have not noticed. I asked him what happened at our neighbor's court case. His son said he was acrylic. Acrylic. What was he trying to say? My brain is not getting what he was. He obviously hears the word acrylic a lot, right? Oh, you know what I'll do? Here's this bell ornament. I do need to make some ornaments. I've got a neurology appointment on someday this week. Thursday maybe? Thursday or Friday? No, Friday. Acquitted. Thank you. Acquitted. Acquitted. Yep, and Kitty Lane got it. It's told me yes, verified acquitted as opposed to acrylic. But acrylic's part of the everyday life over there. But Hadisha, I've never noticed your list, but I also I have a cousin that had a pretty severe stutter, but for the most part, with lots of speech therapy and stuff through school, he was able to overcome most of that. I think speech impediments of all kinds are actually far more common than people realize. My sister has a little bit of one as well. Again, my sister and I are very different than one another. She seems to have gotten all the genetics from my mom's side of the family, and I seem to have gotten most of the genetics from my dad's side of the family. So, mayfly. Oh yes, yeah, you can go on the horizontal for sure. It's a little nicer, right? Mayfly. My brain is not braining that. What is mayfly? It should be. I should be connecting that. Now, Hadijah, you just like regular old standard black tea as opposed to any kind of flavored black teas, right? Am I remembering that right? Oh, yes. Yes, do it, Kitty. Thanks for doing that. You can go to do it in the horizontal too, if you want. You can drop your channels in both. Hooks247, because, again, I'm trying to decide what I need to make right now. Yes, Magic Frog came over to the horizontal as well. Yes, yes. Well, you can see a lot more, too. You can see a lot more, right? We got all the good jokes over in the vertical, but yeah. But yes, if you want to go over in the horizontal, it's much easier. Speech impediments, right? Yeah. Yeah, for real. Oh, your teeth and yes. So my daughter had to have braces, but just like on the front four teeth from that. But she did like kind of a side, Like she used her finger and like was over on the side, so it like pushed in one side. It was a crazy thing. Let's see. I'm not going. Ziggy Sex says, I'm not going horizontal with any of you. I'm married. Hilarious. Hilarious. We do usually make those jokes around here. My phone does say that's what she said after all. But yeah. Horizontal live, that is. I am looking forward to, oh, Lana, perfect. If you don't know Lana, she's got some good content. I don't know how often you post, but I know what I've seen is very nice. Mouth structure and teeth structure, I agree. And there's my phone, just like I said. Oh, my sleeve. So I had to, I was warm enough, but then, and I have a raglan t-shirt of Christmas Story on right now. Oh, do I want to switch cameras? No, no. I'm going to grab some red yarn. Why am I grabbing red, y'all? For Jill's Make It Red. I'm going to grab some red yarn. I'm just going to go to the other side of my table for a second. And I will be right back. And we will, let's do one of, let's do a little hat. The hat ornament was super cute, right? Am I remembering right? I would do the sweater, but it takes longer, so I'm gonna aim for about a little over half an hour. Try to get this done. Let's do. Oh, what size hook should I use? One of my new hooks, or are they too big? Yeah, too big. Let's do. Do I want the 4.5? The 2.5 is too small. My other ones are being used, so. Or do I want to? Oh, I know. Maybe I'll use one of my new furls. That's the 6.5. Let's do the 4.25. Nope, that's a 5. Where's my 4.25? Where are you? I think right there. I think it's the ebony. Yep. This is a 4.25. This is a 4-weight Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Again, this particular one is pretty soft. A bald magician the other day. A hair out of his hat. That's funny, Zicky Zags. I'll read that out loud for the... Underground, my speech is pretty much gone. Yes. And what service, I'll read Ziggy Zag's comment here in a sec. What service do you use to get your speech? What, I don't know if it's an app or Chrome to get the speech on your videos. Did I ever tell you all about the day that I was put on a 3-day voice restriction? Oh, Mayfly, we are all wonderfully unique. Okay, I love that. I love that. And then Chuck said, I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. Oh, I think it means it. It's a subscriber. You use Canva. Really? That's fascinating. Huh. Okay. We might be able to work with that. And you know what I'm talking about with our, with the thing and the other thing. Yeah, that little chime sounds really nice. That's just a Streamlabs chime. And Arity said something that I missed. Okay, hold on. Arity, what did we say? Why are we not scrolling up? Why is it like this? Why? Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm not leaving, but I missed something that Arity said. Oh, a 2-point poncho. Second round of clusters. Did 4 rounds, a half double, and a pail. Oh, by the way, there's 2 other whips sitting over on my other table too. In addition to all these whips that I'm currently working on. This is insane. I never have this many whips. Pale blue, gray, and clusters are deep blue with leftover yarn for my sweater. Oh, I love that. That you knitted. I forget that you knit, Arity. Are you more knitting than crocheting? What's that sound? I think I finally figured it out. I think it's the Streamlabs when somebody subscribes. I think that's what that is. Based on what I'm seeing in. Yes, we all want to see you in a pic of it. Now, preferably Arity, probably not when you're out shoveling snow, but you know, that would be fine too. So I'm going to do Camille's hat here. Oh, let me go back to zigzags. He said, I'm assuming he, because this is my wife and the picture, but I saw a bald magician the other day. We were both shocked when he pulled a hare, H-A-R-E, out of his hat. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. And then Ziggy Zag says, my wife puts me on a voice restriction sometimes. Oh, yes, I was going to tell that story. So, it's not so much lifelong, 15 years crochet, 15 years knitting, but most of your life crochet. I keep casting on, I roll to, it beats walking. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So I think I'm caught up on both the things. So I had laryngitis, but I wasn't sick. So I didn't want to use my substitute days because, again, I was a high school teacher. So I literally, I called it my Stephen Hawking's day because I was teaching by typing into the computer and then it was speaking, but it sounded like that because this was a long time ago. It sounded like that Stephen Hawking's voice. So 3 days was enough. You guys all know I can talk and 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 talk. All right. I'm going to do a foundation half double crochet here. Again, I'm a weirdo and only chain 1 at the beginning. All right. So with the foundation, you still yarn over like normal, but then you're going to just pull through 1 to create your chain at the base. Okay. How big do I want to make this hat? And I have different color little things I can attach at the top too. But anyway, you know, my students were pretty good that day and whatever, but my gosh, I don't, especially knowing your personality, Magic Frog, I bet sometimes it's very, very, you're either feeling good that you can't say anything because you'd get yourself in trouble saying what's on your mind, or it's really frustrating not being able to speak your mind. You probably experience both on the regular. This is the ebony furls that I got from the bot. So I bought some furls, y'all. Anyway. So again, with the foundation, you have to pull through 1 to create that chain, and then I hold on to it so that I keep that space open so that I only go under 2 loops. And let's see, how big do I want to make this hat? How tall? The other one, it looked cuter with the brim, right? Let's do like 15. So I want to make some little ornaments for okay, Ladybird is calling out something. Hadisha is calling out something that is absolutely, I do it all the time. I don't even pay attention, and it's terrible. It's a bad, bad habit. So I'll read it what she wrote. Oh, Lori. So I have seen you do this before. Now it's confirmed. You mix it up when you're crocheting. Sometimes you yarn under and sometimes you yarn over. You are correct. I'm horrible about it. I am very inconsistent. I have said many a time, um, my part of the reason I haven't entered any county fairs or anything like that is because I know I have incredibly inconsistent tension. I yarn over sometimes, I yarn under sometimes. I didn't used to even know there was a difference. And even now that I'm aware there's a difference, I still am pretty bad about it. How many is that? It's 10. Yeah, I want to go 5 more. Maybe 4 more. I know it's bad. I really in my tutorials I should be way more conscious of it because it does matter. But that's part of the imperfectly Hi Linda's trendy threads. And Moonrose is still here. She's letting us know. And then Magic I used to have too many sad days because yeah. 2 years now. Okay. But you're finding ways to cope. There is a difference. I did a video. I know there is a difference. I know, Hadija. I know there's a difference. And it's why, again, why I don't submit my work for a judgment. Because I know I'm inconsistent. I need to do better, again, with my tutorials on. I'm not doing that. And back over to this side, Sarah. When it comes to crocheting over and under, there are ups. Okay. I'll read that in a second, Ziggy-Zag, when I can see the whole thing. Yeah, we're all wishing you the best, Magic Frog. I'm glad you found a way, an outlet to communicate with a bigger world after such a tough challenge. So Ziggy-Zag says, there you go. Ziggy-Zag says, when it comes to crocheting over and under, there are ups and downs. And there's Lori, and I'm inconsistent, and it's terrible. I'm going to do one more. Okay. All right. Does anybody know how to do a standing half double crochet? I don't know how to. Oh, we need to do back loop in only. Do I need to chain? Yeah, I'm going to chain. Chain at the end. And back loop. These are just, so I'm going to make a hat as quick as I can because I want to give ornaments to the front desk ladies and then to my neurologist, because I've been putting him, when I have stumped him a little bit, but that's all right. Oh, what I am making is a little hat, and I gave the other one I have, so it'll be an ornament like this. This is a bell, but it's going to be a little tiny hat that can fold up, and it will be an ornament. So I'm just doing back loop half double crochets. And I am using a 4.25 millimeter hook, and I am inconsistent with my yarn overs and yarn unders, as Hadisha pointed out. It doesn't, yes, I'm very, let them, yeah, well, yeah, I have, well, I mean, submitting it to something that, like, it's a contest, like, who can stitch better, because it's not going to be me. I mean, my design with the map blanket is pretty amazing, but I would have to do a lot to make that something that I could enter into a county or state fair, because there's a lot of inconsistencies in the way I do things, like yarn overs and yarn unders, all in, like, the next one's part I do yarn over and the next one I do part yarn under. It is what it is. Hi Chris, how you doing? For me, your bum does that for you. I'm just making sure I see everything. Okay. I see part of your, there's just enough of your thing hidden ziggy zags over in the vertical that I can't quite see what you're saying over there. I'll see it in a minute. It's something about ADHD. Can you guys all see all right? Or do I need to zoom that in again? I know the red is not the best. I don't know if the black hook is helpful or if it's better or worse for seeing what I'm doing. I'm going back loop only, half double crochet. I'm not doing a tutorial. This is Camille's hat tutorial. Ugh, maybe I should just make them washcloths. Because Camille's washcloth is 1.2. But no, these are cute, right? Okay. This is a little splitty. I wonder if I chose the wrong hook. I think I did. Should have gone with a bigger hook. That's all right. Again, I don't worry about it too much. And I am aware that I am very, but it's my eyes, not your videos. It's been a treat to catch your face. Yes, yes, I did go back, Magic Frog, and I did watch Rosalie, one of Rosalie's lives that you were on. Oh, I actually need to count my stitches. I think I just did an extra stitch. What does Linda always say? Count your stitches. Yep, I was about to do an extra stitch. All right. I think I didn't chain one on the last row, but that's all right. So I'm making a flat panel hat to go back to Linda, the other Linda's, the new Linda's question. It's back loop only. It's a flat panel, and then I'll cinch it and I'll attach one of these little pom-poms from Dollar Tree, which I think I still got those when they were $1.25, but they might have been $1.50. You know how things are going with all that. So, I'm right with you. Spell your name for me so I can type your name and not be worried. Yes. Yes. Hadijah, go ahead and spell that for her. I mistype it every once in a while. I do know the correct spelling, but sometimes I mess it up. Very nice to see you in one of my lives. I hardly ever get to, because I'm usually done and you're not awake. Oh, so many people going live. So let's see. I'm racing myself. I'm gonna see if I can get one of these hats done. But I did want to show you guys knitting loom, and that's a whole different thing. I don't know if Renee is still here. She had other obligations. And Sanjana probably has had to move on and do other stuff. Again, she's in India. I do love knitters. I love the way knit looks. And I love that it uses less yarn, but it also takes more time. So if time is money, you just gotta, the economics of it all. Okay, here, I have ADHD. My consistency is equivalent to fast food orders, says Ziggy Zags. Sorry, nobody's over there anymore. Oh, I need to count my stitches. No, I've lost 2 stitches. Cool. All right. I think, did I have all of them here? No. Well, see, you got to do what Linda says. I gotta count. I missed this one right here. Oh. I'm going to count as I go this time, but not out loud, in case any of you are crocheting and counting. I definitely chose the wrong hook for this yarn. Hi, Knitting Purple. Don't remember your first name, but we'll just call you. I won't call you Perp, and the only reason I won't is because my husband is in law enforcement, and that just feels like I'm being derogatory. I know it's not derogatory, but that's what my brain says it is. All right. Okay. Let's try to keep this together here. Hi, Jim. How you doing? Jim's over in the vertical. How you doing tonight? Jim Jewel. It's so cute. Sorry about the shadows. It's just the way the lighting is in here. I apologize. Again, this is not a tutorial. If you want to see how to make this hat in a normal human size, you can go to Camille's channel and find her beanie. What is it called? Chunky beanie? No. I can't remember, but it's a very stretchy. When you do back loop only half double crochets, it's a pretty stretchy, squishy material that you make. Kitty's in the purple hearts. What am I making? I am making a miniature hat, not like this, but just so you have an example. This is a bell, but I'm making a miniature hat, flat panel hat, that then I will turn into an ornament. And already I went over some whips, and I made, well, I haven't finished, but pretty close to finish this kitchen scrubby on a knitting loom. So, okay. One more. Okay. Back loop, back loop. All right. Yeah, it'll be cute. I'm hoping I can get done. Yeah, I think I can probably get done in close, or at least mostly done. I might not get the, I have little pom-poms I can add. I'll add a green one at the top. I don't know that I'll get all the sewing done. But yes, my crochet is very inconsistent. Inconsistent tension, inconsistent overs and unders. Yeah, oh, I know that's a problem. Yes, her name does have a special meaning. It does. Okay. You had a hard time with counting your stitches as well, Renee. I'm disappointed. Wait, Renee. No. Polish or Polish? Okay. Are we talking about Polish or Polish? Because it's not letting me go back in the chat, so I can't see it. On the horizontal. Polish or Polish, Renee? So yeah, so far Magic Frog has been live on Rosalie's. If you want to go watch, was it 2 days ago, 3 days ago? On Rosalie's. What's the rest of her Magic Frog? Can you type I don't know why you don't have a wrench. That's my bad. Can you type not her like her at, but Rosalie's channel name? So if Arity wants to go watch that replay. That's what I did. I was already subscribed to Rosalie, so I just had to go in there and find the live that you were on. Oh, count. Counting is my arch nemesis, but it's okay. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this is half double crochet back loop only. I probably got about 10 more of these rows. I think I can get most of this done enough to show y'all. But I'm trying to hang out at close to 2 hours as I can. So split. Okay. Again, it's not so. I've used this yarn and not had that problem at all. It's the hook I chose. If you aren't aware of that, sometimes if you're having a problem with splittiness, just try a different hook. Sometimes it's the yarn, sometimes it's the hook. Like cotton yarn to me, especially kitchen cotton, is pretty much always splitty. Let's see what we got over here. Yeah, it'll be really cute. I wish, see, I already gave away the one I made that turned out half green and half white. It was so cute. Rosalie's Craft Creations and Michelle Schleiper and Granny D were all on there. Were they simulcasting to everybody's channel? Was it on everybody's channel, or was it just a panel on Rosalie's? Rosalie's where I watched it. So I didn't know. Arity is virtue. I love that. So your dad tells you, "Hi Blair, how you doing?" Thank you. Chupacabra? Is that what you're trying to say? No, Cockabura. Cockabura. I don't remember what that means. Blair, oh shoot, where's my Blair loaf cat? Oh, there it is. This is Blair's pattern, this little tiny loaf cat. Is this on your Etsy shop? I still need to send you notes. Is this on your Etsy shop? This pattern. It's a little tiny mini loaf cat. It's so cute. That's Blair's pattern that I was pattern testing for her. I'm going to have to, yeah, no problem. Yes, no problem. I'm only going to stay on about 10 more minutes, 10 to maybe 20. See how far I can get on this little hat. Oh, okay. Yeah, Chris, it's Blair's. What's the channel name? It's Hooked by Blair, I think. But Blair there, Blair R1K is the thing. Blair, you can drop your channel. You know how to. Hooks247. And of course, Ladybird, you're welcome to. Anybody can drop their channel anytime. I don't care. It's fine with me. Especially if I'm crocheting, because then I'm not paying attention to the chat. Hi, Riza. How you doing? Sorry, it took me a second to react. And Jim, I don't know if you were there when I showed the mini loaf cat by Blair, but it seems like your kind of vibes. You hit 200. Way to go. Oh. Way to go, Blair. Well, you're working hard over there, and you're making your own patterns, and I'm so impressed by you. Germs, 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 germs. Yes, I think that's a fair question, Blair. I'm not sure what the question is actually meaning. All right. Good morning to Riza. Riza, which country are you in? I don't want to assume. I think I know, but I'm not positive that I know. If you're still in the chat. Riza's good about popping into people's chats and saying hi. I don't know how long he's able to stay, but... You were ill on Friday. Oh, yes. That's what, okay. Was it Blair or was it Maddie? I know Maddie's been sick. Maddie loves ducks. I don't know if Blair's been sick. Is Blair sick? Have you been sick, Blair? I don't remember. Oh, am I going to regret that I haven't been counting? Nope, we're good. Okay. Once I get going, a lot of times I don't need to count. I just, early on, yeah, wrong hook, wrong hook. I chose the wrong hook. I do like this hook, but I think, like I said, even in the same stitch, sometimes I do yarn over and sometimes I do yarn under in the same darn stitch. Like I think I just did. It's really common for me. What do I always say? Don't be like Lori. Don't be like Lori. Armchair Chef was making really funny jokes. It was one I was a little late on watching her, but she was making jokes about how much I love loopy yarn. She's hilarious. But she also said we're both kind of fixers. We try to fix things. I think I just heard my cat. She doesn't usually make much noise. Oh, I sure did. Come on, kitty. Come on. Come on. Come on, Missy. You can come up. Come on. Come on. Yep, come on. Okay, Miss Cat. Miss Cat. Put her up on the table here for a sec. If you can see the cute little paws. Her little paws are white. It's so cute. Makes her little paws look so tiny. Okay, I think I need one more. Oh, by the way, she also loves to chew on wood hooks, so I'm going to have to make sure she does not get a hold of my wood hooks. This cat, she's a character. Are you a silly girl? Mm-hmm. You silly cat? That's fair, Lady Bird. That's fair, Hadija. But I like Lori. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Lexi? Lexi's fun. I need 2 more subs to finally break the dreaded 450. I told you that is where I was like felt like I was stuck in the mud. It was so strange. She is so sweet too, Lisa. Yeah, she's a pretty kitty. That's Missy. There is the other cat, Flynn, the orange and white big man. He gets in the photos, but he doesn't typically come on the camera. Every once in a while he'll come on the camera. But he usually is in the photos, not on video. She likes the video. They're funny. She's his mom, and it's so funny to me. Not just in a figurative way, but like his actual. She had 5 kittens. He was one of them. And she's a Florida cat, but we just, you know, we let that slide. Oh, don't be like Lori. Oh, that's. I just mean my bad habits and my inconsistencies and stuff. You can like me and you can be like me in the good things. Just don't be like me on the bad things, the bad habits. Well, bad habit is kind of funny if you think about the fact that when I was in high school, I was voted most likely to be a nun. So you can all enjoy that. Hopefully, that you just laugh at that statement. Oh, my cats are getting fed. Ah, and I want to make. Okay, so Magic Frog has a minimum of 2 patterns I want to make nearly immediately. I want to make the sunflower blanket. Well, the sunflower bouquet blanket would be the better description of it. And I want to make the bobette. The bobette is like like an amigurumi, but it's like the head is a Christmas ornament. It's so cute. It is so cute. So I want to make that, but I just don't know how I'm going to get time. Because this is purposeful. This is on my list to do. So I'm trying not to do anything that I don't need to do right now. Like I said, the baby blanket's getting pushed to the side. The baby's already been born. I've let the mom know I'm working on it. Um, I should probably message her that, hey, it'll be after Christmas. I think I need one more. Oh, Hadisha probably really likes the nail polish color as well. Well, the color street. Sorry. There's snowflakes. Sorry, the focus is all weird. All right. Blair, very good. You came over to the vertical and dropped your link. That's very good. Um, Chat a little bit and drop it again because I don't want it to get lost in all of that. Just type hi, type how you doing, whatever. Um, so that it doesn't get lost in those Nightbot auto drops. Oh, I love it when they do the little biscuits. Kitties are sweet. I mean, they're little tyrants too, and they run the world, but they're so sweet and cute and cuddly. For those of you who didn't see that Ian is a weirdo, his cat Scotty is all the cutest kitty. I just want to squish his little face. He's a Scottish fold, and he's so cute with the big eyes and a squishy face. And Beanie is adorable too. If you haven't seen Beanie on Hadijah's channel, Beanie's a beauty. She looks a little bit like my aunt's cat named Maui, with the mostly black and little bits of white. Oh, thank you, Blair. That's perfect. See, now it won't get lost. Thank you for doing that. It'll just help you out. Then it will remind me to. I've been trying to go back in my lives and like add channels to a comment. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get my stuff together, but I don't know about all you, but I have just too many things I need to make by the 25th. That panel, the bookcase cardigan, it needs to be done by the 26th. So I could be crocheting all day on Christmas Day, because I do stuff Christmas Eve, and then I'm doing stuff on Boxing Day as in the UK, the 26th, and I think Boxing Day in Canada as well, right? Which of course I had to have my husband explain to me. And we have Christmas crackers. We try to do the whole. It's not big enough yet. The whole British kind of stuff. We get mince tarts. One cat I would call ugly, and really, oh, because he was so he was scary looking. Was he like scraggly as well as being huge? Because that can look scary too if they look like they're maybe not well. Oh, my tension's definitely gotten looser. Alrighty. Probably because I was getting tired of it splitting. We're almost there. Again, with this pattern, you make a flat panel, half double crochet back loop only. If I can get in that back loop. Well, I like Lexi. I actually like Lori too. I just don't know. I would want you all to learn from my mistakes. To loop back to that. Learn from my mistakes. Don't make the mistakes I've made. If you're on a date, for example, and somebody says, "How much do you weigh?" to your face during the date, it's okay to get up and walk out. I did not. I should have. Because it went downhill from there. So, okay. I think this is still. Oh, let me read about Beanie. Oh, Beanie's not well. Oh. sending. Let's send Beanie the prayers and thoughts. That's probably good. What do you think? Yeah, that's good. We're going with it. All right. Which side do I like better? That side. Nope. I'm going to do one more row. I'll explain why in a moment. Oop, back loop, Lori. Back loop, half double, not single. Or not UK double. Half double. Half treble if you're in the UK. Back loop, back loop. Not third loop. Third loop's a whole different thing. Third loop is actually right there. Hey, Hadijah, if you don't mind, is it too late for people to sign up for your crochet along? Is the sign up done for that? If not, you could. Have I made you a? Did I give you a wrench? I can give you a wrench if I need to. Or just answer the. Just say yes. You can still sign up for my crochet along. It's triangles. She's not hiding that, and it's going to be randomly drawn stitches that are appropriate for triangles. I don't know if all the triangles are the same size. I don't know. I am signed up. I may not. January, I might not be able to stay on top of it. Okay. So I wanted to do that because then I can use this to see. Okay. This is an example of how I'm a bit of a miser. I wanted to use this tail to sew. Where's that needle? Oh, come on. Can't get a hold of it. Okay. Okay. Where can I stitch? I just don't know if that's enough yarn to stitch it. It might be. It might be. Yeah, I'm not going to take the chance. I'm going to just stitch it. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to mattress stitch, but I'm going to do it as quickly as I possibly can. Because again, this is an ornament. So it's not like it's going on somebody's head where you need to really make sure your stitches are very good. Like that, I barely caught the loop. Okay, tight. Too tight. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I'm making this mattress stitch look easy. It does not normally feel as easy as this has felt. So I feel like maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it's all good. If I am, I am. Because again, it's not going on somebody's head, so it's okay. Okay. Off a stitch, but that's okay. So here's what we're going to do. Go right in there. Right. And this will be the inside. I'm going to go ahead and knot that. Okay. Now, I'm going to cinch. So I'm going to cut. Oh, no. I need to. Hold on. Let me think about this. How do I want to do that? Oh, I want to cut a bunch extra. That's what I'll do. Okay. And tie that together. All right. And I made it long. I'll show you why here in a moment. All right. And we're 10 minutes after that. Oh, gosh. Yeah. America. America is exactly right. All right. So to cinch the top, I just literally go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And again, it's not going to go on somebody's head, so I'm not being nearly as concerned about, like, is the seam showing? It doesn't matter because it's an ornament. Just kind of back and forth, because then when you pull on the yarn, it tightens it down. See? Now, if I was doing this as the actual hat, I would want to make sure I'm getting those stitches right next to each other because of how it makes it look. Okay, almost done. So we're just a little bit over 2 hours, but I might as well mostly finish this so you can see how it works to make it into an ornament. What I would say is go ahead and use a bigger, if you're going to use a 4-weight yarn, use a bigger hook than I did. Okay, it's not cinching all the way, so I'm going to go around a little bit more underneath those stitches. I'm going under those stitches right there. And then see how it, like, basically the hole disappeared? That's what we want. Okay, but I'm going to take this and push that needle through the center, come out the top. I'm going to flip it inside out. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And then we're going to flip it up a little bit. So we have our cute little beanie. We're going to add this, but now I need to turn it into an ornament. So taking the needle off for a sec. Is that how I wanted to do it? Oh, I should have. That's all right. It's all right. I'll make it work. A slip knot, or no. Yeah, slip knot that right there. Okay, so it's sticking out a little bit, but I'll deal with that later. And now I'm just going to chain. Because we want to make a nice big loop. See, that's not, to me, that's not a big enough loop. It's casting quite the shadow. That's not a big enough loop for my taste. I want it to be able to go on any branch. So I just keep chaining till I'm happy with the length. Let's see what I'm missing. Yeah, I know you missed nursing. You miss nursing a lot. Yeah, it's like I really miss teaching. I really do. I do know that it's a different world. Okay, I'm happy with that length. Okay, so I'm going to do one more and pull through. Then I'm going to grab that needle again. Trying to make sure it stays on camera. Oh, this hook is, it feels really nice. The hook feels really nice, so I just got to find the right yarns to use with it. The right size yarn, I think, was the issue. All right, so now again, that chain is there. I'm going to go in here, so I kind of pull that looseness back in through. Come down inside the hat now. Oop, hold it too far. Right there. Right there. Okay, and I'm going to use that little bit that we still have from the other thing, and I'm going to tie this. And I did actually cut too much yarn, but it is what it is. It's fine. And then what I'll do is I will, maybe I can do it right now. I'm going to keep this yarn on the needle for the moment. But there's the hat ornament so far. It's nice and big. So I just got this snowflake, or I'll use the bell. I'll use my own work. This is too small. I do not love how tiny that is. So I do have an actual bell in there as well. But that's too small. I probably need to do something to adjust that. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the, where did it go? This yarn picked up a hook. All right. Move you again, red yarn. And the red is from Make It Red. Gel Fiber Floozy Crafts. Let's do the biggest green one I've got. Yeah, that'll be good. Again, there's like lots of different sizes. These little tiny ones, I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Okay, now I'm going to go back through here, but not quite the center. Go next to the center here. And I'm not going to pull super hard. And then we're going to stick the needle through there. It's kind of like foamy. And then the hat will hang like that. I'm going to try to hide the red as much as I can. Not go through that same space. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Yep, mostly hid. Yep, we got it mostly hidden. It's fine. There we go. Yes, give her some love. Yes. Give that beanie all the love. Exactly. Exactly, Chuck. Okay. I'm really happy with this. Again, the hat pattern is technically Camille's hat pattern. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But I'm happy with that. Maybe I'll tie one more. Really doesn't need it, but yeah. Do it that way, Lori. The biggest thing, don't be like Lori, is don't make things harder than they need to be. Unless I have that tendency. But I'm not going to worry about like weaving in ends here. I'm just going to cut this off. And then this will go in, without the needle, will go in my scrap yarn. Which I also have to hide from Missy because Missy will steal my scrap yarn. Okay, so I'm going to have to make another one of those, but I love that one. I'm happy with the length of the hanger. I think that it will lean forward on a tree really nicely. So cute. Yes, very happy with that. So this is what we accomplished. Again, I haven't done all the detailing on that, but and I got to hide this from Missy too as soon as I get it done. But yeah, I might knock a couple of those out. But red, Make It Red for Fiber Floozy Crafts. And then Scrubby just is a great thing. I do it on the knitting loom, but on my channel I do have a crochet version. if you don't have a knitting loom. And you can use tulle. You don't have to use this. You can use scrubby yarn if you have that. You can use the Stitch Soak Scrub. That's what this is. I feel like Michaels has a version. This is Lion Brand. But yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll say my goodbyes now because I accomplished 2 things and I'm happy with that. And I got to show you using the knitting loom, which I don't think I've ever done on the channel before, so I've talked about it, but anyway, highly recommend. You saw this does not take that long, half an hour or so. Cat is trying to beat the automated feeder so that he can get more food, even though he just had his dinner, or last meal of the day, I should say. It's not really dinner. I don't know what it is. They get fed a few times a day, but different sizes. Dinner is one of the largest, but the first meal in the day is their biggest one. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I appreciate you all, and I'm gonna be good and not say 21 goodbyes. Seriously, thank you always, as always. Thank you for coming in. And can I get an amen? And hugs. Hugs to you all. Give extra hugs. Good night, Lana. Hugs to Beanie. Send thoughts and prayers to Beanie. And anybody else that we know. There's lots of people going through stuff and lots of animals. But yes. Good night, everybody. Last opportunity to drop your channel if you want to. But I think Lexi's yours automatically drops. And Ladybird, if you want to, it would have already dropped. But yeah. Renee, thank you for hanging out. This came out so stinking cute. I'll just make like 3 of these, and then that's what I'll take to the. Yes, thank you, Moonrose. To the neurologist office. I'm in there a lot. This isn't even like my Botox. This is my follow-up for my spinal tap. So hopefully I have some answers. We'll see. But yes. Oh, Chris, thank you for still being here. And yes, sending all the loves to Beanie. Beanie is a pretty good sized kitty. She's bigger than my kitty that you just saw. And she's cute. She's black and with a little bit of whites. Little white spots in certain spots. Anyway, okay. That was last call, so hugs to you all. Thank you all for being here. Big hearts. I see, this is why I don't do it. I can't. And go watch my stretches, my Sunday stretches. I called it Sunday Stretches for Stitchers. You don't have to do all of them, but it might give you some ideas for loosening things up. Because, like, I know right now I need to do the one that's this and this. Because for me, that's what starts to tense up. But yes, that was my last call for me. So that was only 10 goodbyes. Not as bad as usual. Okay, it's official. Hugs. Oh, my heart is terrible. Not my actual heart. Just my heart hands. Heart.